Hi, welcome everyone to a World of Warships replay. Today I'll be showing off the Kaga. A stock Kaga. Well, a Kaga with a 0-point captain. It does have upgrades on it. Versus a Hiryu. Now I am using the 2-2-1 set here, which I feel is a superior set. The 2 fighters, 2 torpedo, and 1 dive squadron. This is actually the very first game I played in the Kaga. And as of the time of this recording, it's actually the only game I played in the Kaga. Now this is a replay, so the fighter squadrons, the aircraft do kind of, like, the camera's a little janky and the icons don't necessarily stick where the fighters or aircraft generally are. And also sometimes it deselects the squadrons. I think it deselects them when I die. You can't really see which squadrons I had selected at any given time. All you're really able to see is what orders each squadron has, as I have them selected in the replay mode. My initial plan was to scout out the Hiryu's fighters, and then I was going to try to carrier snipe him because of my superior strike ability. I end up running into a Pensacola who shoots down one of my fighters. Then I see one of the Hiryu's fighter squadrons and a torpedo squadron. And I'm going to try to strafe the Hiryu's fighters. He's not really moving them, but they just skirt out of the strafe range. I noticed the torpedo planes. Like, well, his fighters, he's obviously not microing his fighters right now, so I'm going to adjust and attack his strike aircraft. Now, my strike aircraft is actually coming up this side of the map. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to try and juggle my strike aircraft. First I'm going to try to strafe his torpedo planes. Now I'm redirecting my strike craft. My other fighter squadron's entering the area. What's annoying is the planes can actually fly off the map, so it makes them very annoying to try and strafe. And my early strafes are just way off target. I think I will bag one of the torpedo planes. Oh, I bagged 3 of them. So that strafe isn't terrible. Though I wanted to bag his fighters with the strafe. I'm gonna come and strafe that last fighter. Also, this is the first time I've really played around with the Kaga and its squadron numbers. And I think the enemy Hiryu actually gets his fighters latched onto one of my torpedo planes. So what I'll do is I'll turn the torpedo bombers around. I'll lose one of the torpedo planes. And what I didn't actually notice as I'm trying to order my strike aircraft around, I didn't actually notice his second squadron come and fly in. So I'm actually engaging the Hiryu's fighters, which I have inferior fighter craft. Group 3 is out of ammo, and Group 2 just died. So now I'm looking to deploy this strike package. And I lost my other fighter squadron, but it's okay because I have 96 hangar capacity, so I can hemorrhage fighters. Well, I can hemorrhage aircraft. And I actually thought there was somebody in this smoke screen. So I was going to try to torp them out, and I've got an enemy torpedo bomber squadron coming in. I ended up shooting 2 of them down so far with the AA. I get some help from our cruisers. A cruiser and a battleship. He puts 1 torp in the water against me, and it's actually a very, very accurate torp, which was frustrating. Here comes his fighter squadron. I'm not quite sure what this fighter squadron is hoping to achieve. And it's also annoying, he floods me. But I don't know what his fighters were planning to achieve by flying over me. All I know is that they're gonna die now. And now I'm no longer spotted. My dive bombers are actually still twiddling their thumbs by this French cruiser. There are too many catapult fighters in the area for me to even attempt the attack. And now I'm trying to grab some air supremacy for our battle column. But the combined firepower of the Phoenix, the Genetsu over there, and the other battleship instantly shreds that dive bomber squadron. The Congo. Okay. Yeah, we have a tier 4 Phoenix in this game. But it didn't look like he had any problems with the Hiryu's aircraft. So now I'm trying to get over. I want to tuck in behind this island back here, about H3. That's what I was initially thinking, but I think I end up overshooting it. Been detected by some cruisers. I've got my torpedo planes in orbit. And I wanted to go find that destroyer, this Hatsuharu, with my dive bombers, because the dive bombers on the Kaga have a ridiculously tight spread, but that was poorly aimed. And here come the Hiryu's fighters. I'm just going to strafe those guys down. Here comes the second fighter squadron. And I'm getting shot up by the cruisers. And instantly put the fire out. Keep in mind, I have no captain skills at all. It's a 0-point captain. So no dogfighting expert, no aircraft servicing expert. This is a fresh out-of-the-box Kaga with the premium camo and equipment. I think I've got the fighter. I have the 2 aircraft modifications. I have the one that gives me more ammunition and health. I have the fighter modification and the air group modification 1. And I missed the Farragut with torps. That was my fault. And I figured I'll just go after the Leander with this set of torps. The Akatsuki sinks the Farragut. But these torps are poorly aimed. I'm still getting used to the Kaga's torp drop. Like I said, this is the very first match I played in the Kaga, and as of this recording, it is the only match I've played in the Kaga. But so far, we've actually been relatively successful against the Hiryu's fighters. I'm just going to strafe down his dive bombers. Find a second squadron of dive bombers. The Hatsuharu does not seem to have his anti-air on. But those fighters are out of ammo, so we'll just rotate the second squadron in. Rotating the strike aircraft, they are resorting. You can also notice I don't actually have the premium consumable. Their Scharnhorst sinks our Nagato. We're watching the AA. The Genetsu sinks the Leander with his secondaries. We just instantly nuke the dive bomber squadron, shooting in 3 of the 4 aircraft. We have Congo's AA helped and the Phoenixes. And then here's how good the dive bomber spread is. We put 3 bombs on target of 4 people who dropped, and to be honest, that wasn't very well aimed. That was pretty poorly aimed. This Hiryu has his heart set on me, it seems. Here he comes again. Although, to be honest, I feel like it would have been better to use those torp planes against like a destroyer or something. Because I have just shredded his attack wave. One torp in the water. I think I evade this one. Yeah, I do. And then we shoot down that squadron. Hey, Hiryu has done damage to me, but I think it was mostly the cruisers who did a lot of the damage. Now I've got 2 full health strikes, and we're going straight for the Colorado. The Colorado sinks the Phoenix with his secondary gun batteries. And now he's got torps from the Phoenix and the Fubuki coming at him. And there's an enemy fighter squadron, but I do not care. We're dropping. We are dropping. He latched onto me. He actually latched onto my weaker squadron. Torps in the water. This Colorado's got nowhere to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's gone. A devastating strike. Devastating strike. And that is why I bought the Kaga. I've played since the closed beta first launched in March of 2015. And I initially played the closed beta for aircraft carriers. I got up to the Saipan at tier 6, and then the Saipan was removed and replaced with the Independence, which I had just finished grinding. At the time was tier 5. And then I found what would be my favorite ship in the game, which is the Minakaze at tier 5, Japanese destroyer with the 10-kilometer range torpedoes. Of course, the Minakaze in this fashion no longer exists. I ended up grinding up to tier 7. I might have gotten to 8. I might have gotten to the Fubuki, which was the tier 8 destroyer at the time. But yeah, I initially came to World of Warships for aircraft carriers. And I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of the strafe, of the fighter strafe. But I really don't know a better way to do it under the carrier system. Because without the strafe, and that's currently how it is with the Zuiho, as you can tell, I did not want to be next to the Pensacola if you could hear all that furious clicking. The furious order giving. And that Hiryu, he's gonna try one more time. I'm looking for the Hiryu now. Took my dive bomber squadron under escort. We're gonna strafe, head-on strafe his fighters, although he's not actually strafing at me, and I actually don't shoot down any of his planes. Not in that sense, or not at that time. Start shooting down some fighters, going after the Hiryu. I want to put it through the #1 elevator. We do 6 out of 6 on target. Of course, you know, it's not like you can destroy his elevators or stuff like that. I actually just decided it's just one torpedo plane. I don't think he will do an overly high amount of damage. I'll just focus my fighters on killing his fighters. And I'm going to strafe his one fighter down. We take flooding again. I don't know where we ate that torp, though. And this could potentially be bad for us, because there is a full-strength squadron coming right at us. But he's at a bad angle to attack us, and he's got a Colorado chewing him up. Colorado and my combined flak. The Colorado shoots down 3 out of 4 of the squadron. And here comes dive bombers following my fighters in. My torpedo planes are coming in to line up the Hiryu. I think we fry that squadron, but as it was flying over me. A half-load torpedo squadron is taking off. He's down to 2 torpedo planes. I'm just going to drop this torp set a little early. This one's going to miss, actually, because he reversed direction. And 1, 2 on the Hiryu. Caused flooding and incapacitated something. Now, as you notice, we're actually still doing damage to that Hiryu. And also, we've been spotted. I'm more concerned about not dying to this Pensacola right now, realizing I overshot the island. Trying really, really desperately right now not to die to the Pensacola. And I'm worried about a defensive fire cooldown usage here against me. Because dive bombers, they just can't do any damage against a defensive fire. Not really. I got set on fire. I'll instantly put that out because I want to service the torpedo planes. I'm going to try to put this through his number 2 turret. At least initially, we're going to hit him amidships. He popped the defensive fire right at the end, but we still land 6 out of 6. The Hatsuhara got sunk, but his torps are in the water. I'm going to order an auto attack against the Pensacola in case he detonates me or something like that. My fighters need to leave the area. Oh, it was a Fubuki. The Fubuki got him. It's just the Hiryu left. The Hiryu did not die to that flooding. So it's just the Hiryu who's stuck on the rocks. Just disable those real quick. I remember what they said in chat. Yeah. I remember what they said in chat, and I kind of don't want to see it again. I may re-record this with those messages displayed if people want, for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm basically in chat, basically asking the Hiryu if he has any more aircraft. I'm actually really surprised I did not get a Clear Skies medal. I've shot down 48 of the Hiryu's aircraft. I guess, don't you have to shoot down, what is it, 60% of his aircraft? I think the Hiryu has a hangar capacity of 72? I could be wrong, it may be less than that. I thought I had a 72 hangar capacity. Anyway, he shoots down one of our torpedo planes on the way in. We scored 1 torp hit. You can kind of see the reaction from the rest of the team of what I was talking about. I blocked that before he actually was able to send it. So we didn't actually get to see it, but we got to see the reaction. And we sink the Hiryu with a hit on the bow. So, here's the post-battle results screen. Did really, really well, actually. Did really well. At least I consider. We didn't do that much in terms of strike, per se. But we did actually prove you can go air supremacy with Tier 6 aircraft against a Tier 7 carrier. I can only imagine what fighting the Saipan's like. Tier 9 aircraft versus Tier 6 aircraft, and you don't have dogfighting expert. Because like I said, this is a stock captain. Finished top on experience earned. And that Hiryu only shot down 15 of my aircraft. Let's see, let me go to detailed. I also apparently shot down the Colorado spotter aircraft at some point. I didn't quite see it in the replay. A spotter or catapult fighter. And, yeah. stock captain, dude. Yeah, that's the Hiryu. Or, Hiryu? That wasn't the Hiryu. That is the Kaga. Tier 7 premium Japanese aircraft carrier. What do I think about it? I might actually do a review on it later. But as of right now, I quite like it. I quite like it indeed. So, yeah, I guess I'll see everybody next time. Oh, yeah, another thing I was gonna make note of. The most of the damage we sustained. Let me find that. Oh, that was damage we did to the Pensacola. Oh, the Belfast. Yeah, we didn't do any damage against him. Oh, wait. Is that the wrong replay? I think that was the wrong replay. Oops. That's the right one. Yeah, I lost a lot of my aircraft to the Hiryu. Well, I lost 15 aircraft to the Hiryu. Here we go. Most of the damage I think we took a lot of damage from the Hiryu, but I think we had is it the Leander? Somebody, I think somebody was shooting armor piercing at us. Yeah, it was the Leander did the most damage to us. I can't quite see in that preview window. Might have actually been the Cleveland. But that's enough rambling for this episode. Well, it was the Cleveland who did the most damage to a main battery high explosive. So yeah. Guess I'll see you guys in the next replay. Or maybe even a ship review. I'll see you then.